Hi everybody, it's AMV of Ridge Studios here once again with another MapleStory video. In this video, I am kind of just catching up on quests that I realized during my hiatus I didn't do, which included finishing up all the Temple of Time pre-quests so I could unlock Pink Bean, but also the fact that if anybody didn't know this, but I'm sure it's old news to a lot of players, that you need to pretty much finish all of the Temple of Time quests so that when you get to 200 and start your 5th job, you can actually pursue that. It won't let you do your 5th job until you have completed all the quests, so that's kind of what I'm doing in this video. But I really wanted to, I guess, express how I'm feeling today, and I don't want this to come across as a bad thing or a negative video. But I guess it's about making commitments and sticking to them even when the feeling that you had when you made the commitment goes away. And a few days ago, I was reading work emails, and a lot of my fellow managers were saying how they were pretty short-staffed today, and or that they were going to be very short-staffed today and that they need help. So I said that I would probably work 5 to 8 today, even though today was supposed to be my day off. And at the time, it didn't seem like a big deal. I was like, oh, 3 hours, that's not such a big deal. You know, I get to enjoy most of my day off and then enjoy the rest of my night when I come home. And I have tomorrow off too, so it's not that big of a deal. But for some reason today, I just haven't had the motivation. I haven't had the energy to do anything. I cleaned my apartment today, caught up on house chores, met a friend for coffee, and you know, that's all well and good to, you know, keep active, especially when you don't really feel like doing anything, is to make yourself do something and accomplish it. But then I really started thinking about going into work today and realizing how much I really didn't feel like it anymore and how much I really don't want to do it. But I'm going to go in and do it anyway because I made a commitment. And even though I don't feel like doing it anymore, I need to stick to the commitment that I had made. And really, it's not that big of a deal when it comes down to it, because all in all, 3 hours is probably going to go by really fast, especially if we are short-staffed, which means we're going to be busy and you're going to have to work harder, or I'm going to have to work harder. And that means that it's going to go by pretty quickly. Plus, it's only 3 hours. It's not that big of a deal. I still have all day tomorrow off, and I have the rest of the night off, so I'll have plenty more time to just sit around and relax and not really doing anything, which is good. But my point is that, you know, when you make a commitment, you need to stick to it. When you tell somebody you're going to do something, do it. I'm a huge fan of credibility and being reliable, especially for myself. So when I say that I'm going to do something, even if I don't feel like it, I am going to do it anyway to keep that commitment. Plus, I'm sure when it's all said and done, I'll feel really good about myself for coming in and helping my store, because I know they would do the same thing for me, and they have done the same thing for me. I do honestly have a question though for anybody who has been playing recently. What are good training spots? Because right now I'm training in Twilight Perion, and it's been pretty good. I've also been doing my daily bosses, and you know, I'm getting XP here and there. But my biggest problem is finding a good map that is not so platformy. And that has been the biggest issue lately, is all the good maps that people used to train in constantly, whether it be soloed or parties. Like Warrior Grounds. They trashed Warrior Grounds. It is so platformy and hard to get around that it feels more tedious. So I'm usually in like Forsaken Evacuation Site or Excavation Site 2, whichever one it's supposed to be called. I've been training there, and it's been okay. There's only 3 platforms. It's not so bad. Very easy for a Xenon to get around, but does anybody have any recommendations for high-level training maps that are like what Warrior Grounds used to be? That would be very helpful, I guess. I mean, I understand why they changed all the maps because people were literally holding down one button and staying in a spot and walking away from their computers and leveling up like 10, 20 times before they came back. But it would be nice because, you know, the grind from 180 to 200 is kind of tedious, and I'd like to make it easier on myself. So if anybody has any recommendations, please let me know in the comments below. And until then, I will see you in the next video. Bye.